Okay. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Community Day. Presented by myself and Kiosk. W Kiosk. Okay. So basically what we're going to do is I'm going to be looking at your guys' confessions. And we're going to be deciding who's an asshole and who's not an asshole. Basically judging you guys. And also, on top of it, mayhaps even figuring out who the worst person is. So let me just open this from... I think you sent it to my email, right? Let's see how this works. Kiosk. Okay. Ew. Freaking paint underneath my nails. Alright, I see it. Open. Okay. Alright. Dr. Bonathan will be answering them in due course. Oh, I'm a doctor. Right. Of course. Yes, I'm a doctor. Of course. Stop it. Behave. Alright. Doctor is used purely for dramatic effect. Bonnie has no medical, psychological, or life experiences that qualify her to help you. Okay. I don't think that was necessary to add, honestly, but okay, sure. Responses. 128? What the fuck? Okay. Here it is. Crazy confession. When I was around 11 years old, I would not leave my house too much because I'm too shy to make friends. Classic. So because of this, sometimes I would tag along with my brother, who is 4 years older than me, to waste some time during the day. Long story short, he was kind of a problem child and was smoking cigarettes, etc. already. He one day would give me a cigarette, and I smoked a little bit. Felt like I was dying, of course, and never did any drug ever again after this, until today. When you read this, I will use harder drugs from here on out. W. Bonald. Your sweetest Ari. Aga. Love your content. What the fuck is this? Ari. Maybe you're so high that you don't realize that you're already high. Because what the fuck are you smoking in order to be writing me this shit? First of all. Second of all, you smoked a cigarette when you were 11 years old? Damn. I don't think you're the asshole. It sounds like I'm the asshole. It sounds like I'm the asshole. And it also sounds like your brother is kind of the asshole, but... Hey, I mean, stupid kids do stupid things. He was only 4 years older than you, actually. Never mind. He's 4 years, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15? Yeah. That sounds like something that would happen. Okay. I was in relation... Okay, next one. That one, I don't think that one really counts. Thanks a lot, Ari. For making me the asshole. Okay, the next one. Ooh, this one's juicy. If you go to the individual, you can see them one by one. I think I did. Isn't this... I'm pretty sure I did. Oh wait, I see. It's okay. You think it's better that? I think it's okay this way.
I was in a relationship with a girl for 2 months. We spent every weekend together at my place. I've been to her place for an hour only. But after that time, she would not have me over. So I was getting suspicious of her hiding something or someone. When we found out she was pregnant, she could... What? What is this storytelling? Okay. What the fuck? Sorry, that caught me off guard. When we found out she was pregnant, she began soft ghosting me. She refused to take a paternity test, but claims that the baby is mine. I broke up with her because I believe she's lying about being pregnant, among other things, but I will never know for sure. What the fuck? Nah! Ha! You left her!
Okay. Wait, okay. Let's do the math here. So you were in a relationship. This guy was in a relationship with a girl. You were in the relationship with her for 2 months. 2 months, okay? Have only been to her place for 1 hour. Relationship was 2 months, only been to her place for 1 hour? And then she began soft ghosting me. She refused to take a paternity test. Why'd she refuse? But claims that the baby is mine. Okay. 2 months, minus 1 hour is how much time anybody else could have spent at her house while you were dating her. This is important math to be making. So you take the 2 months, and you minus only 1 hour from it. And now you've got, you know, a lot of fucking time that she could have. And so, actually, now that I think about it, yeah, I think that's fine. I think maybe you should check in. You should probably check in at some point if she changed her mind about the paternity test. Because what if that's your baby? But okay, so you went to her place one time for 1 hour and you got her pregnant? Damn. Those are some strong swimmers. Those are some strong swimmers you got there. Okay. Well, W shooter. Okay. Easy. Yeah. Just guys, that's why you have to wear a condom. So, or you know, all the other, and yeah. So, are you the asshole? Chat, is he the asshole? Type 1 for asshole, type 2 for not asshole. So far, we've got 2 people. 2 people are not the assholes so far. So here's how many assholes we have. Assholes, not assholes. So we've got 2 not assholes. Nice. Okay, those of you typing 1 are crazy. Well, okay, what should they have done instead? He's weird. What the hell is that story? Right, like, what the fuck? Like, what do you mean you only went to her place for 1 hour? Yeah, and you were dating for 2 months. Like, and you only spent 1 hour there. So what'd you do? You toot scoop boogie? That's what you did? And then you are the father. Abandon that kid, little bro. What the? Okay. It's not the female's fault. Okay, first of all, she's a lady. Okay, we're not monkeys and giraffes. Okay, this isn't the Discovery Channel. This isn't the Discovery Channel. Okay. Next person. I watched Netflix for 58 minutes. Bro, like what? You did no warm-up time. No warm-up, no cool down. What the heck? 1 hour. You guys didn't even eat chips in between. I mean, not in between, like, who eats chips while they're fucking? Wow, this is so good. One moment, please. Pulls out the Doritos. Okay. Next person. I was that dude in class that would
I was that dude in class that would remind the teacher what we were supposed that we were supposed to have an assignment or test due that day.
You were the dude in class that would remind the teacher.
Excuse me, weren't we supposed to do a test today? And also, remember when we were supposed to turn in our homework? Nobody else did that except for me.
Fucking asshole, what? No, you might be the worst person. No, who did that? We need to ban some people. That's not even just asshole, we need to collectively just jump you. Did you ever get jumped? I feel like that should have happened. Yeah, 1 for asshole, 2 for not asshole. That's definitely 1. Okay, next person. That was fast. That's actually the worst. But then again, you know, my teacher never forgot that we had assignments. Did I get super unlucky? As people's teachers were forgetting that we had homework to turn in? What the hell? My teacher was never forgetting. Okay. Actually, you got a bad roll. Yeah. It is what it is. Sometimes I get tired of hanging out with certain people while we're actively outside together. Nothing against anyone individually, but sometimes the hanging session can be repetitive and not super exciting. Non-canon episode of life. Whenever that happens, I tend to just get less talkative and try to influence the group to move to the party to places closer to my home so I can get back easier when everyone's done hanging out.
Well,
So sometimes you get tired of hanging out with certain friends. And so you convince them to move the party closer to your house so you can get back easier to house when everyone's done. That part's normal. Everyone wants to have it closer to their house, right? But sometimes can get repetitive and not super exciting. Maybe you just don't like your friends that much. Or like, wait a second. Let me just think about this for a minute. Okay. So you have a group of friends. And it's not even just some friends. You're saying it's not even all your friends, it's just some friends. Because you said hang out with certain friends. So you do like hanging out with the other certain group of friends. But this particular group of friends is boring to you. However, I think what you fail to realize is that you are part of that group of friends. And so what you're basically saying is that everyone is there to entertain you. You bring no value to the table, and all you do is absorb their entertainment for yourself. If you're bored, you're probably fucking boring, okay? And if your group of friends is so boring to you that you would rather go home early, sometimes you zone out, you're just not doing anything for that friend group? Like, what are you contributing to that friend group? Yeah, I don't know, man. Seems kind of, I'm gonna vote asshole, but I want to see what chat votes. Chat, type 1 for asshole, type 2 for not the asshole. And I'll read it one more time. Sometimes I get tired of hanging out with certain friends while we're actively outside together. Nothing against anyone individually, but sometimes the hanging session can be repetitive and not super exciting. Non-canon episode of life. Whenever that happens, I tend to just get less talkative and try to influence the group to move the party to places closer to my house so I can get back easier when everyone's done hanging out. I don't really think that moving the party closer to your house so you can go home faster is bad. I think it's just the fact, but you could also just be introverted. I don't know. This one's a little hard, but I'm gonna vote asshole. Because I think you should be contributing more to the friend group. Besides, you should be grateful that you even have friends. Most people don't even have friends. Okay? Most people don't have friends. Most people are virgins. They're friends. They don't have friends, and they don't have. Some people don't have family. Some people don't have food. And some people don't have anything. Now, some people don't even have any legs. And you need to be thinking about that. Like me. I have fucking legs, okay? That's not funny. Is this a new response or did I accidentally... that must be a mistake. Okay, go back. Make it back. What the fuck am I reading? Okay. Go back. Questions, responses, individual.
I slept with one of my friends, and I feel bad because he cheated on his girlfriend. He made it seem like he wanted to break up with her. I was super drunk, and I know that's not an excuse. I don't know. I feel like I should tell her. What do I do?
No. Okay, so you got super drunk. Let's just breathe for a moment. So you got super drunk. Here's you. Here's you. Oh, sorry. Those are supposed to be your hands. Here's you. Okay. And you're really drunk. Okay. And here is your friend. Not here. She's a nice lady. Innocent, bald on top of her head, and doesn't even know anything is happening. And you have hair too. You also have hair. Okay, you're a little messy. Obviously, then you've got this chud. Bozo the fucking clown. So, let me get this straight. So, you and Bozo the fucking clown decided to, you know, well, Bozo was, you know, this is Bozo's girlfriend, and this is you, and you were drunk, Bozo the clown, and now you want to go brag about it to her? So let me get this straight. So you sleep with her man, and then on top of it, you're gonna go brag about it to her. Right. Interesting. I mean, okay, here's the thing. If this was me, and you came to me and started telling me that you slept with my boyfriend, first of all, it's on site. And I'm freaking beating the shit out of Bobo the clown. Okay, not physically, but I would say some stern words, of course. I would never hit anybody physically, ever. And that includes Bozo, right? So, are you the asshole is the question? Definitely. You should be able to, if you cannot handle yourself when you're drunk, you should not be drinking and going around and sleeping with people. That's fucking crazy. That has something to do with your low self-esteem, or maybe you don't have the power and capability of controlling yourself. look, I'm being really hard on you because you deserve it, okay? And that's totally fine. Sometimes we deserve that. But it's not every day that you make these types of mistakes, and it shouldn't be any other day for the rest of your life. Here's the thing, though. Are you an asshole? Of course. You're probably the biggest asshole of the group so far. But you can fix this. You can fix yourself. But you can't fix their relationship, unfortunately. That's toast. You should definitely tell him to tell her. And you should not talk to him anymore. This is a bozo, okay? Because why the fuck would you be talking to him if he's treating her like that in the first place, okay? And, like, why'd you do it in the first place? Is your subconscious trying to compare yourself to her and make yourself feel like you're better than her? Because that's, like, one of the worst types of people. And honestly, a lot of people do that. So you really need to be asking yourself, why? Why did you do that? That's how you're going to grow out of it. Why did you do that? Is it because you're comparing yourself to her? You wanted to feel special in the moment? Are you just really stupid when you're drunk? Are you a nymphomaniac? Do you need to go to some sort of therapy? Or, yeah, maybe this whole... I think, you can make it so that this never ever happens again. However, Bozo's gotta go. And they've gotta break up. And if he doesn't tell her, is it your responsibility to tell her? Yeah. Maybe you leave a note. Is that bad? Am I bad if I would want to, like, leave a note? I wouldn't want to go to her face and say it. Just because I feel like that's rude. Like, that puts her in such an uncomfortable position. Like, I would not want somebody to come up to me in my face and say it. I would rather them not be anywhere near me. Like, I would be like, you have the audacity to come up to my face and talk to me about that? Like, you should have a little bit of shame to where you can't even bring yourself to talk to me face to face. Write a note, right? What would you do? Or a call. Text message. Yikes. I don't know. But you're definitely an asshole. Yeah, that's probably the worst one we've gotten so far. You gotta own up to your mistakes and take responsibility. Yeah. Yeah, that's, Text is crazy. I wouldn't text. Text is giving, like, the vibes of, like, it's a scam. Like, it's not real. And he could probably just say it's fake anyway. You know? But yeah, I mean, you're not a girl's girl. Why are you trying to be a girl's girl now? I'm so confused. You're like, oh yeah, I feel so bad for her. I don't know. Next. Okay.
I sometimes rehearse conversations in my head so obsessively, but by the time that they actually happen, I've forgotten what I was even worried about. That's just relatable. That's good. That's good therapy for yourself. Keep that up. That's nice.
You're not the asshole. You're not an asshole at all. You're just a guy or a girl. You're just a person. Okay. This past Saturday marks 10 years since I lost my dad. Oh, fuck. Maybe not this voice. This past Saturday marks 10 years since I lost my dad. Wrong voice. He was an amazing father. I'm the asshole. Okay. I'm the asshole. Okay. He was an amazing father and a great but sometimes flawed man. He was one that always knew his flaws, though, and worked on them. I miss him so, so much. I never really understood what the term heavy heart meant until he passed. It's hard. I wish I could talk to somebody about my experience that horrible morning. My older siblings had it worse, and I will never subject my younger siblings to everything that was going on around it, and why I sped through so many lights driving them to the hospital. In the musical Twisted, Jafar sings a song lamenting the untimely death of his wife, Sherazade. He sings, "Science says you're dead and gone forever. Reason says I'm talking to the air. But something in my heart, some secret hidden part, illogically insists that you are there, somewhere. I'd give anything to have him back. How do you deal with grief so thick even 10 years on?" Well. I personally have not lost my parents or any of my siblings. So, I don't really know. I guess that's everyone's job in life, is to figure out how to deal with horrible things that happen. That's why we forget good times. And then our brains also, to survive, forget bad times. If we remembered everything, we'd be miserable. Probably. And, you know, it's hard to look back at things, I would imagine. But I can't say that I intrinsically know what you're going through. I can't really offer much solace, condolences, or advice on this particular matter, because it's just what all of us have to figure out. You know? Like, one day, all of us are going to lose our parents. If we're lucky enough to live that long, that's how it's supposed to go. And we all hope that we don't lose other people who we love that are close to us. And when we do, I've lost some people, but nobody that it's like really, 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 really close, like a sibling or a mom or dad. But I think about my mom passing all the time, or, you know, I think about my dad and how sad it would be. And I guess we just, you know, end up appreciating the people that are around us, because life is not forever. And anything I say to you would just be easy for you to say. You don't know how I feel. So, you know, hopefully you're positive about things and can hold on to the good things. I'm sorry for your loss. You're not the asshole, obviously. Nice. Nice. Next. I wasn't potty trained until the first grade when I turned 3. Aw, group hug. That's so nice. Chat's doing group hug. That's nice. I wasn't potty trained until the first grade when I turned 3. I would wait to go home, and then I'd put the diaper on to poop. I wouldn't wear a diaper in public, of course, but some reason I was just more comfortable pooping in a diaper. That was context for this incident. When I was 4, I was peeing at preschool, and I pushed too hard, and, like, the poop, it came out and exploded all over the walls. Most embarrassing day of my life. The teachers had to give me an extra pair of clothes, and I got sent home. I know it sounds fake, but it's a true story. Jesse LOL, aka Ari's boyfriend. What the fuck? No, because that actually does sound fake. Because how do you poop and it explodes on the walls? Like, what are you talking about? That's not real. I've never... How fucking strong is your butthole? You know what? You are the asshole. Just because your asshole is... It's gotta be fucking massive. It has to... Like, this asshole of yours has to take up the majority of your body in order to produce shit that's gonna explode all over walls. You're an asshole. And assuming that you're already Ari's boyfriend without even trying hard enough is crazy. Elriz. Elriz. Jesse. How does that even happen? Next. Unable to retrieve. Okay, next. I'm a 23-year-old virgin. That's okay. I think most guys are virgins. Isn't it true? Type 1 if you're a virgin. Most guys are virgins. Well, I don't know if you're a guy. You might be a girl. I would say, like, probably a lot of girls aren't virgins. But that's only because I think girls don't have to riz. They don't. Guys have to, like, really put themselves out there, you know? And they have to, like, get turned down a bunch. And they have to, there's so many things that they have to do. So I can understand why most guys would be virgins. That makes sense. Because if I was a guy, I wouldn't be a virgin. I would fucking put my best foot forward and I would put on my humor and my charming good looks, dashing if you will, and I would go out there and riz. You know? I'd get shreddy on the treaddy. And that would be my life. Every day. But not everyone can be a boy version of me, so it's okay if you're a virgin. I think that is totally fine. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Moving on. Okay.
My confession is I own the Joe Jumbo 6767 account.
Yeah, you're not fucking cool. You're not fucking cool for that. That's unbelievable. I made a convincingly bad Google review for a coworker whom nobody in the shop liked. At my job, that played a role in them being forced to resign and eventually them quitting before their forced resignation date took effect. Nobody ever realized it was actually me that wrote the review, and I received a raise and a promotion from their departure. What the fuck? What the fuck? Nah. I made a convincing bad Google review for a coworker. Holy shit. So your coworker got fired off a Google review that you wrote. Nobody at the job liked the coworker. And then they were forced to resign. And eventually they quit before their forced resignation date took effect. And nobody ever realized it was you. And you received a raise and a promotion. Yeah. I already know what I'm gonna put. Because nobody liked them. Nobody fucking liked them anyway.
So they should just disappear off the face of the earth and lose their income.
Type 1 if they're an asshole. Type 2 if they're not an asshole. The fuck? You guys gave me a pimple! Classic. Patching skin. Hold on, please, while I add some more skin to my face. Okay. There. Blend that in. It's like it never happened. Wait. Okay, skin has been updated. Nice. Doesn't look much different. Yeah, I'm voting for asshole. Because that is not your responsibility to steal somebody's livelihood and deprive them of food to put on their table. Just because you think that they're annoying? Are you fucking crazy? Why is Kiosk saying what? What? You're stealing their livelihood because you think it's funny and they're annoying, and then you took it for yourself, jackass. That's fucked up. No, fuck that. They left because you wrote that fake review. What the? We make shake. Shake your shit out the fucking door, okay? Because that's not shit making shit shake. That's ruining somebody's life. That person's probably miserable just because their life is already miserable and you just made it more miserable. I have herpes. My name is Joe Jumbo, 6969. Yeah, you're the asshole. Why are you pretending to be Joe Jumbo? Another asshole. That isn't me. Of course it is you. Joe Jumbo, you're an asshole. Because you're Joe Jumbo. I'm not reading that one.
I dissected a bird I found dead as a kid, and I saw its little brain. Fly high, little bird.
Ew. Next. Okay. Next. Troll. I'm a tad older, but I have an unhealthy addiction to massage parlors. And not always the typical massage parlor. I'm fairly attractive, I have confidence, and I'm actually complimented often. But for some reason, that means nothing. I spend about $1,000 to $2,000 a month, and I don't see me stopping anytime soon. Should I quit or seek help?
Rewind how much? Comma. You see how long that took me to write? That's a lot of fucking money. That's not bad? What the fuck? This guy's a fucking demon! What's wrong with him?
Come on, it's just a massage.
No! It's not! He's saying the happy ending kind. That's a... Why can't you go out? You're so lazy you can't go out in a Riz. Get better Riz. Dude, you're L. You're literally just sitting there paying for it. You don't know where that's been? What are you talking about?
But I mean, if it's not, if you're not getting the happy ending, then, you know, W is self-care. No soreness ever.
1,000 to 2,000 on massages? Bro, move to Thailand. Honestly, at that point, move to Thailand. Move. Just move. You're not an asshole. You're just unwell. I mean, unless you have a wife. Or a girlfriend. Then you might be an asshole, but ooh. If you did, then you'd be getting it for free. Like, I guess? Question mark? It's not really a monetary value type. You're in a relationship with. That's early on. I am at worst very good at pretty much anything on demand. I've only ever won, and I'm set to retire early enough to earn a second and third retirement before my actual retirement age in completely different fields of mastery and profession. Am I the asshole for informing my siblings that they're losers? And am I the asshole for thinking that the loser sibling should pause their life in order to take care of the elderly parents? Yeah. For informing your siblings that they're losers? How did you do that? Was that like out of the was that out of like the care of your heart? Concern? Or or for thinking that the loser sibling should pause their life in order to take care of the bitch, you can fucking retire. You go take care of the fucking elderly parents. Huh? Like, I'm not the eldest sibling, but I've had to carry. Get off your fucking ass. Fucking braggadocious. Of course you're the fucking asshole. You're like 2 assholes in one. Because not only do you think you're better than everybody else, but you gotta inform everybody else. Actually, you're 3 assholes. Not only do you think you're better than everybody else, but you have to inform them, and then you gotta do absolutely nothing of value with everything that you've supposedly been blessed to brag about with. Insanity. Shame on you. Chaos. To preface, this was a long time ago, and my memory is a bit foggy. I was a really good kid in school, you know, straight A's, perfect attendance, all that. But I tended to keep to myself more than not. I've always been aware of other people's feelings and tried my best to make everyone comfortable always. That being said, one day during recess in 3rd grade, my friends and I were playing on the playground. I don't remember exactly what we were doing, but at some point, I got pushed off the top of the play structure and fell headfirst onto the ground. Luckily, I was perfectly fine and wasn't injured. When the teacher came over and asked what happened, I told her someone pushed me, but I didn't know who it was. One of my friends, who was at the top of the play set with me, told the teacher that it was a kid who had recently transferred to the school. I wasn't sure if it was true because I thought it was that friend who accidentally pushed me, but I wasn't confident enough to say that. Instead, I went along with what he said. The situation obviously escalated, and the principal got involved. We were all brought in separately. To give statements. I don't remember the details, but I do remember being told the transfers kid got kicked out of school, and I felt terrible because I really didn't think he was responsible, but I didn't even say anything. To this day, I genuinely believe that the kid was innocent, and I basically let him take the fall while my friend got off scot-free. You still think about this. So you guys were playing on the play set, and you were a really good kid, and then someone pushed you, and at first, you told her that someone pushed you, but you didn't know who it was. But then your friend who was at the top told the teacher that it was a different kid. And that kid had recently transferred. He was brand new. And because it was that kid, when really it was your friend, they blamed that kid and then kicked him out of school? You're not the asshole. Your friend's the asshole. You're kind of an asshole. Really, the school is the asshole. Yeah. I wouldn't blame that on you. Kids are kids. Definitely the fucking adults, though. Like, are there no adults in the room? That's crazy. Type 1 if you think they're the asshole. Type 2 if you think they're not the asshole. Sorry, my nose is so stuffy. Holy shit. Yeah, I don't think... Wait, you think they're the asshole? I don't think so. Sometimes kids are mostly just... It's not the kids, it's the parents' faults. Okay, next one. Sometimes I take walks at night, and I can be gone for hours. One night, I accidentally shit myself while taking a piss in the alley between 2 buildings and had to waddle for 30 minutes to the nearest gas station to wipe off. Damn, this guy's life is terrible. Holy shit. Literally. Alright. Nice confession. Not an asshole, though. Nice. We're not... Dude, our chat is more assholes than not assholes. We gotta fix that. Yeah, that guy's life sucks. I've had crushes on 3 girls that have turned out to be lesbians. Should I change my legal name to Joe Jumbo? Okay. Okay, actually, Keys. you've had crushes on 3 girls who turned out to be lesbians, you might be gay. Because, like, if they're that masculine, that means you might just be into, like, dudes. Right? I don't know. Just saying. Not all lesbians are masculine. No, they're not. But there definitely is some sort of masculinism. You know, right? A little bit? I don't know. Right? I don't know. That's my experience, at least. L, Bob. Okay. Sometimes I don't stay for the whole stream. I'm sorry. Type 1 if they're the asshole. I'm depressed. I'm still here. I'm still here. Type I'm still here if you're still here.
I listen to VTuber catgirls do ASMR. I especially like it when they sniff into the mic or call me a good girl even though I am a cisgender man. Super cool.
I regret having a stuffy nose today. I regret having a stuffy nose. Right. I'm uncomfortable. I'm not reading that one. Kios, I'm not reading number 20. Fucking meltdown. Finding a confession is hard. Damn. I guess one I got is that during the summer after 4th grade, so I was 10, my sister, who was 5 years older than me then, got me into vaping. It was more social vaping than anything, but still vaping regardless. She also used to get me drunk with shots whenever my parents were gone, taught me to make a bong out of a soda pop can. Anyways, after all that, I quit vaping before 7th grade. Haven't done it since, and do not have any close relationship with my sister, who was upset with me for that. You were 10 and she was 15. She got you into vaping? She used to get you drunk with shots. That's kind of sad. Why'd she do that? You were only 10 years old. That's fucked up. But, she's 15. She was 15. So, you're holding this grudge for that long? You're gonna lose a whole sister for your whole life? 'Cause she was 15? That's not good that she gave you shots. That shit sucks. And vaping sucks. I'm glad you quit vaping. You're not the asshole. If that's... I mean, I don't think that you're an asshole. But... yeah. Next. I have nothing to confess, but Bonnie has become my new favorite streamer this year. Keep it up, Bonnie. My new goat. Not paid. But am I the asshole for last year? I was struggling mentally. Might have taken advantage of my best friend by always venting to her. She knew everything I was struggling with, but had enough of it. It got to a point where she didn't even want to see me anymore. I have since worked on myself and have improved, yet since then, she has treated me differently and we have lost the connection we had once had. We have been best friends since we were 5. Just because I had a mental breakdown, she decides to cut me off after everything we've been through? Isn't she supposed to support me? I don't know. Am I the asshole? I mean, you were just venting to her. She knew everything that you were struggling with. But she had enough of it? I'm telling you my problems and they're making you tired? Like, I'm going through them. Now, did you, like, not at all really, like, listen to her problems? I don't know the whole story. I guess, like, if she's like, okay, oh my god, every time you talk to me, you're just complaining about something, you never listen to my problems. And every time I have a problem, you just turn it about your problem, and that fucking sucks. Yeah, those people could be the worst. But if you weren't doing that, then she's an asshole, and you're not the asshole. But this one's kind of a question mark, because I don't know the full story. But she should also be, your friend. That's what a friend is for. They're there for you when you need them. Type 1, are they the asshole? Is he the asshole? Type 2, is she the asshole? Now, this could be 2 girls. I don't know. Just assuming. Yeah, she's the asshole. Both are assholes. Okay. I think not an asshole. Not an asshole. But I don't know the full context. You might be an asshole. How do I stop spending money? I want to save, but goddamn, I just can't. What are you spending your money on? Is it, yo, Ren Stimpy with the 14 gifted. W Ren Stimpy, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Here's how to stop. Delete Amazon. If you're spending your money on Amazon, don't go outside. If you're spending your money on outside things, quit smoking, quit drinking, cancel your subscriptions. And then, first and foremost, learn how to fucking cook. Go get some cheap groceries only and just cook them up. And if you're missing dopamine rushes, because you're taking those dopamine rushes and turning them into spending habits, take that and direct it somewhere else. You can go work out, start running, have sex, what else can you do for dopamine? Do art, listen to music, start making something creative. Anything else? Cancel your subs. Nope, not that one though. Whoa, slow down. Hey, slow down. Relax, okay? No one said cancel your subs, okay? I just said cancel the other subscriptions. Like, what? Like, obviously. Yeah, anyway. Next. Nice, wait, what the heck? It's frozen. Hold on. Frick. Need to reopen it. No! Stop unsubbing! Stop! War Machine is hungry. Sorry. Who the fuck is War Machine? I'm War Machine. Alright, here it is. I was in a relationship with a girl for 2 months, and we spent every weekend together at my place. I've been to her place for an hour only, but that was that other one. We refreshed. Next. Na. Okay, holy shit. Okay.
Went through a breakup about a year ago. In short, don't want to give too much away, so I don't potentially dox myself. She found out about a comment I made about her a couple months before we ever were together. We had been together for 3 years before that point, and were able to still stay happy despite doing long distance. After she found out, we tried to work through it, but it wasn't something she could get over. I felt terrible because I could see how badly it was affecting her mental. The worst part is that I don't even feel like the same person who said that shit in the past, because being in a relationship with her genuinely changed my life. So having it end the way it did really sucked. Struggled for a long time with moving on. I could say I've gotten over it for the most part, but it's definitely left me some feeling jaded. When it comes to romance, the idea of being in love used to never scare me before, but now it does. There's a level of vulnerability that comes with being in a relationship. When things are going great, it's one of the best feelings in the world. True. But when it gets taken away, it fucking sucks. I feel like the loss has just left such a huge scar that the idea of putting myself in that kind of situation again gives me PTSD. I'd rather just avoid the chance of it happening altogether than risk getting hurt. As a result, I haven't even tried putting myself out there or meeting people ever since things ended. Feels really lonely sometimes, and I'd be lying if I said that loneliness hasn't been getting to me recently. However, one of the reasons why I'm grateful for body streams, during times like that when I'm feeling down, I can just put on one of her streams. It's really helped with providing a good distraction, mitigating the sadness. I just want to say thanks for everything you do, and for providing some light in my life.
Side note, I do have close friends I can kick it with, but they're all cuffed/married. So that coupled with work means we're usually only able to hang out a handful of times a month.
Am I the asshole for, I'm not gonna say what I did in the past, but I know I was the asshole in that situation, fuck it though. The only thing I can do now is move forward and continue trying to be a better person than I was.
What? The fuck did I just read? Yeah. Yeah, I think you might be the asshole. I think you think you're the asshole. You probably are the asshole. We all agree here, and good talk. Thanks. That's really nice. We can't do all of these. We're at 26 out of 126. So... Am I the asshole for completely cutting off my friend of 16 years after he compared the Minnesota incident to putting down a dog? Yo, Timmy, thanks for the 2 months. Type 1, if he's an asshole for completely cutting off his best friend of 16 years after he compared the Minnesota incident to putting down a dog. There's a lot going on here. I mean, it's a weird comparison. Because, what? I think, question mark? Oh my god, this is so long. Do we do it? Oh my god, this one's really long. It's about, a good friend, 10+ year relationship. It's also about ended up hooking up and then hanging out a couple more times, and then dad's funeral, and then ghosted her. Skip. Okay, another one. I open the fridge multiple times, like something new is gonna spawn in there. Is this normal behavior, or am I just a big back? No, that's normal. I think everybody does that. But am I the asshole for saying last game and then playing 6 or 7 more with my friend? No. Everybody does that. That's part of the joys of gaming with your friends. Oh, you're not an asshole. My fault. Sorry. I meant that you're not an asshole. You're not an asshole. Nice. No, you're a good noodle. I work a lot. I own a house. I own a car. But I always feel guilty for doing what I want in my free time, like I should be doing something productive or different. I don't know why. I tell myself it doesn't matter, but it bugs me. Am I the asshole for wasting my time on streams, games, anime, and random bullshit? Of course not. watching streams is perfectly normal, and actually very therapeutic and very good for your mental health. Yeah, you're not an asshole. Don't worry about it. In fact, stop thinking. Okay, to be fair, if it's taking up a lot of your time and you have other stuff to do and you're not progressing in your life and you find it negatively affecting you, yeah, maybe take a step back. Start learning a little bit about how to manage your time a little bit better. And, you know, when you do have time, come back. You know? Bye, chat. Okay, everyone's leaving. But, you know, I don't think most of you have that problem, actually. Because, I actually don't think you... No, wait. Most of you don't have that problem. Actually, you have the problem of overthinking. So let's just not think too much now, okay? I dropped my brand new iPhone 17 into the toilet after I had just taken a diarrhea. I spent that entire day disinfecting my phone. Ew. At that point, just get a new phone. Because it's like in the cracks. It's definitely festering bacteria. There's no way. Okay. There we go. Yeah, no. Okay. Ooh, and am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for stringing along this guy for almost a year because I don't want to commit on anything because I'm afraid of getting hurt? He's really nice and a sweet, funny guy. I just want to keep having him around without breaking anybody's heart, so I'd rather keep him as a friend. But then we have moments that would make me question everything and risk it all. But I never end up taking that step, and who knows how long it'll last until he finds someone, when that someone could have been me. What the fuck? Stringing him along? Okay, if you've been stringing him along for almost a year, yeah, you're the asshole. You should always make sure that they know, if you're not interested, that you are not fucking interested. And you should be pretty firm about that. And if they can't agree to it, you cut them off. Because sometimes it's too hard for certain people to be friends with other people that they're attracted to. So, if you find yourself in that situation, you definitely need to make sure that they know that there's not a chance. Otherwise, you're just giving them a false hope. Also, why are you keeping them around like that? He's a really funny and sweet guy, and I want to keep having him around without breaking anyone's heart. Are you physically involved with this person? If so, that's even worse, because men get physically attached just like women do. You know, most girls, they don't know that. They don't think that guys really get physically attached to people. But I'm pretty sure they do. ChatGPT told me so. So, yeah, people are humans. Be nice, treat people how you would want to be treated. It's pretty fucking simple. If a guy was doing that to me, I would be very sad. And if he was doing that to you, you would be very sad. So, yeah. I think probably you are the asshole. But you're self-aware. That's good. Okay. What do you think? Type 1 if they're the asshole. Yes, they are. I'm in my mid-20s and have never been in a relationship or on a date. My only experience is being rejected. Am I a chop chud? You might have El Riz. Yeah, you might be getting frame mogged too much and you might be fries. Maybe your hairstyle is fries. Maybe your breath is a little too OD. You might want to put on some DO, if you know what I mean. And work on that Riz, buddy. Get yourself back in the gym and get yourself out there. If you feel good about you, others will feel good about you too. Unless you feel too good. And then everybody's gonna hate you. So, don't overdo it. Yeah, brush your teeth. How about that? What voice should I do now? Or should I just keep doing normal voice? This is my normal voice. This is my actual normal voice. I just don't want to be annoying, right? Phone operator? Back in 2nd grade, my old Is this the phone operator? Please continue to hold. Yeah. Back in 2nd grade, my older brother got mad at me for using his PlayStation and said the next time I pissed him off, he would motion-cutting throat gesture. I didn't take this as much because I knew he didn't mean it, but I found the gesture to be cool. So at class, when this girl who was joyfully teasing me, and I was little, irritated, and decided to use that gesture, saying the exact same words my brother said to me. She looked very frightened, and after that day, she never came back to school. Okay. I low-key think I scared her and caused her to move schools. She just wasn't meant for you. She sounds kind of like a pussy. Maybe, I don't think you were the main reason. There had to have been multiple. You're not the asshole, but you need to take a little bit more responsibility. I noticed a lot of verbiage where you're blaming your brother for everything, and it's because you harbor some guilt, I think, and you really need to get over that because it's not that serious. She probably just didn't want to be at that school, or maybe she even moved. Holy, this one's long. Trying to keep it short. Oh god. Wait, hold on. First cousin? Second cousin? Him and his cousin don't talk anymore. Okay. Butterfly effect. Crazy. Am I even an asshole for being base, having a kind, loving heart, and being pure in spirit? Aga. Let's go next one. This one's too long. This one's super long. I've always kind of liked being alone. Not because I hated other people, but because no one shares similar interests with me in the country I live in. Social interaction is also hard for me if I'm not talking about an interesting topic. However, I did get approached by a group of people in school who played the same sport as me, and I've known them for almost 4 years. Outside of that, we have nothing in common. I recently got in an argument with one of them, and near the end of it, I got insulted personally. This was not the first time this happened. The person I argued with basically started the friend group and is liked by the most people since I have lost a lot of interest in the sport I play. I've considered becoming a loner again. So am I the asshole for cutting them all off and moving on with my life just because one person doesn't want to change the way that they treat me? There's 6 or 7 of them. And they seem like good people, and I've had good conversations with them. Also, I am in high school, where having friends is definitely a positive for my future, but still, I just feel like having that person around me again would make me feel so much worse, and I'm not uncomfortable with the idea of being alone. If I cut them off, I automatically have to cut all of them off because I'm not good enough friends with anyone to DM others, so the group is the only form of communication. These people that you meet in high school, you might continue to be friends with them, but most likely not. It's usually the people that you go to college with or that you meet in like your 20s that you really keep around more often. However, I do think there's a chance you could keep them, and I know it's uncomfortable to be around somebody who makes you uncomfortable, but sometimes being in comfort is where you lack room to grow. You don't grow. Pressure makes diamonds. And I think if you put yourself in the situation where you're being able to communicate with the person, figure out why you don't like them. Why don't you like them? Why don't you like them? I recently got into an argument with one of them, and near the end of it, I got insulted personally. Yeah, see, what you're doing is you're just pushing everybody away. You're pushing everyone away. And as somebody who used to do that a lot, I used to push everyone away because it's just so much easier to just be alone and not have to deal with anyone. It really is. That shit is so easy. So I think that if you nip that habit in the bud, that'd be better. Then you could definitely go off on your own if you really wanted to. You wouldn't really be an asshole for it. That's your own personal choice. But I think you would be an asshole to yourself. Because, it's easy to not have anyone in your life, but it's also selfish. Why is it selfish? Because You're robbing somebody of a friend that you could be to them. And like you say that you're not close with everyone, like you can't like DM them, but you have free will. You're a human being who can just DM them and make shit happen. You know, I used to be like, oh man, this person in the friend group, they always bring people together. And they always make stuff happen. And then I decided to be one of those people. So now I invite everybody out for the movies and stuff. And, you know, it's hard to keep ties with some people because like if you have so many friends or you've got your own life going on, I don't always message people as much as I should or hang out with people who I like as much as I should. But, you know, you can be that person. You can try to be. You're not the asshole. 1, if they're the asshole. 2, if they're not the asshole. Aga. I don't think you're the asshole. Nice. How many more do we do? Are you guys enjoying this? Do we keep going? There's a lot. We're at 36 out of 126. Okay. Okay, let's see. Let's see next. Am I the asshole for leaving my friend alone in a room for a little under an hour? To put it straight, okay.
I've been in this situation before. To put it straight, we got into a little fight because she was mad that I decided to take the high road for not running her bank account up after she broke my monitor. Okay.
You're so funny.
Well, if they took your phone and they left you alone for a whole hour and you had no phone and you couldn't move, you're kind of an asshole, but it's not that serious. Fucking freak. Fucking freak. Chaos! Here's my confession. My little brother pissed me off, so I swished his toothbrush around in a toilet.
It was too long. Chaos. Keys.
One of my... Oh, that wasn't even the Am I the Asshole? No, that was just a confession. This is their Am I the Asshole? Am I the asshole for one of my friends started dating someone, and 3 months in, she started to flirt with me, and I admittedly flirted back. I felt guilty in the middle of it and denied her further advances to get physical when she asked to sit on my lap. Easy. Just kidding, he didn't say easy, I did. Later on, I snitched on her to my friend, but left out the part in the flirting. She crashed out on me for ruining her relationship. In my mind, she started it, but it does take 2 to tango. Am I the asshole?
1, if they're the asshole. 2, if they're not the asshole. What do you mean you flirted back? Left out the part of you flirting. I mean, yeah, you're kind of an asshole because you flirted with your close friend's girlfriend, buddy. Yeah, you're definitely the asshole. No. I can't imagine. I would be mad. I would be so mad. I'm not putting myself... I'm putting myself... Put yourself in the partner's shoes. Like, put yourself in the shoes of, like... Because that's more interesting, I think. If I put myself in, like... Let's say I had a boyfriend. and my boyfriend's friend... I flirted with my boyfriend's friend and they didn't tell him. I'd be mad for him as well. So, like... That's not even... You're not even being a good friend. Like, I wouldn't want... those types of friends around, you know, if I had a boyfriend. I wouldn't want those types of friends around them. You're not even being a good friend. You're a fucking asshole. You're a fucking asshole, actually. Yeah, you're a fucking asshole. Yeah, you should be a better friend. You did tell him, but you should have just made her feel bad. That would have been more based. Instead, you wanted to stroke your ego. You should have been like... I'm good. Like, what the fuck? Just give her the stank look. That would make somebody feel bad. Flirting with your friend's girl is crazy. Yeah, that's fucking crazy, bro. What the heck? And then if it was my friend, like, that's the thing. Like, I'm very forgiving. That's why I like putting myself in the opposite, in other people's shoes. Because maybe I'm too forgiving. Okay, next. One Piece is mid. Am I the asshole for telling everyone that the pacing sucks and that they should be watching Bleach instead? Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Obviously. However, if you can't shut up about it, you're not an asshole, you're just annoying. Now we have less assholes than we have assholes. Good job. Claps in the chat, W for you.
I lost my virginity in a 5-some and it wasn't even good. Dramatic, actually.
A 5-some? How the fuck do you even do that? How do you even have a 5-some? Like, okay, I'm trying to imagine. There's like 1, 2, 3. And then, where's the 4th one even go? Where's the 4th and 5th one going? You only have 3 holes normally. That's crazy. Sorry, I'm just saying, like... Where's the 3rd and 4th one going? Delete the VOD. Okay. I'm just trying to do actual math here. Am I the asshole for... I'm 29, and I'm currently dating a 20-year-old female. I met her at a mutual friends party, but the only issue was I, at the time, were in an on and off relationship with someone else. 2 months within our talking stage, we got to know each other. We became serious, and I completely cut off the other girl. She, 28, found out about the other girl when looking through my messages and saw the dates matched with when we started talking, and she accused me of being dishonest with her and thought I was still seeing the other woman behind her back. So, in my opinion, we weren't even dating officially. So I thought it was completely normal to have multiple dating options before you settle down. I truly don't think I did anything wrong, but I'm sympathetic as to why this hurt her, or open to hearing how what I did was wrong. I really like her, and I love her, even. She makes me feel a way no one has ever before. But I feel like this has caused a rift between us, and don't know what I could do to remedy the situation. I feel resentment. Am I the asshole? Basically, yeah, I don't know how else to tell you that except that yeah, so basically you shouldn't be trading up. That's kind of crazy. Like, if you didn't like the other girl, shouldn't you have ended it before? Why didn't you, like, I met a mutual, only issue was I was at the time an on and off relationship. On and off? I still would have told her that, like, I'm kind of seeing somebody else, but it's kind of on and off, and yeah, I don't really, it's super complicated. I should probably not move too fast. That's what I would have said. Yeah, I'm kind of seeing someone in an on and off relationship, but I shouldn't. So, you know, I think that probably best if I ended that first, right? Or like just be like, yeah, I've been kind of seeing someone, but it's super on and off, and we're not really together. So yeah, you kind of fucked up, because now she thinks that she was just with somebody who the next confession. I love your content, heart face, little hearts. Am I the asshole for, wait, what does this mean? Type your confession. My ex-girlfriend has a CNC kink. What's CNC? Oh, that's not a printer. That's not a printer. Next. Okay. I deadass was attracted to my older cousin when I was 10. To be fair, I didn't know any better and no longer feel that way. We all got that one cousin. Okay, my ex, 28, and I, 29, dated... Oh, my ex, 28, female, and I, 29, male, dated for almost 7 years. I've been single since last October. Things fell off between us because we would argue and she would crash out badly. She is diagnosed with a terrible anxiety disorder and often had anxiety attacks, which I was always understanding and patient of. What I couldn't withstand was her constant threats of self-harm when things got bad. She threatened, Despite this, I found myself more sad than happy in the relationship, so I broke up with her. She would continue to call me and tell me about her issues and how I've hurt her by leaving. I tried to get her more mental help, but I don't think she personally wanted to see a therapist. All she wanted was her prescribed SSRI pills, and they weren't foolproof. I know there are parts of her that can't help but feel this way, but I no longer want to be a part of it. Even though we are no longer together, I will always love her, but this has filled me with a lot of guilt. She has yet to commit. As far as I know, am I the asshole? You guys decide. Type 1 if they're the asshole. Yeah. You're good, pero, like, yeah, you're not a doctor. And sometimes, man, that part's hard, you know? Yeah, pero that part's hard. You don't need, you get to choose who you are with, right? So, you're not a doctor, and pero... What can you do? It sometimes just doesn't work out, and this is okay for you if you are just constantly being in hard position for you. It just best to probably just not be in hard position if you are miserable. Probably better. Next. Dr. Bear. Okay. Am I the asshole for telling my friend's girlfriend that he had 2 girlfriends at the same time, which resulted in both of them breaking up with him? By the way, I gave him multiple chances to tell her himself. No, you're not the asshole. Holy shit. No. You're not the asshole. There's 2 not assholes. W snitch. Fake friend? Type 1 if he's an asshole. What? You're not supposed to be juggling women like they're bananas. You fucking monkey. No. Stop. You can't be just juggling women. That's crazy. Jackass. Why not? Because they're humans and not banana. No. That's fucked up. Sometimes you gotta stay out the way. No. Fuck that. No. Hell no. Hell no. Have some backbone. Have a spine. Also, why would you even be friends with that person in the first place? You are the company that you keep. Sometimes you have no choice but to be around some people, or you genuinely just don't know. I think probably you're exempt if they're like a narcissist who's just tricking you. But you know, for the most part, if you're around people and you're, what are you supposed to do when your homeboy is like, yo, dude, my side chick over here, and then like, you're, good job, bro. That's so cringe. Type 1 if he's the asshole. Let me just see that one more time. This relationship ain't my business. Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. Cause he's actively cheating around you. What the heck? I have friends that are guys who have seen somebody else cheat, and guess what? They stop being friends with them if they don't stop doing that. Because they don't want to be involved in that. And also I have guy friends who are friends with these who have been friends with these one guys who were just like, all they thought about was pussy and going out and getting laid and just going to clubs all the time. And then you know what they did? My friend who's a guy stopped being friends with them because they were like, I don't want to be friends with that type of person. Yeah, that's the thing. You don't have to be a fucking loser, or you don't have to have losers as friends. You don't have to. Oh my god, I'm starting to feel like shit. I, 20 female, am dating an older guy, 29 male. No, I wasn't groomed. He met me as an adult. I don't like talking about him with my family or friends, and often pretend like he isn't my man. And I do this in a way, as a way to avoid all the bullshit about like the age gap. I'm a grown woman, and I love him with all of my heart, but I don't know if I can ever be more public about our relationship. I think he feels upset about the way I handled things, but it's for his own sake as well. I feel like I'm hiding something that I shouldn't really be ashamed of, and all I'm really doing is hurting him. Am I the asshole? You're 20 and he's 29? I feel like 9 years is... That's an age gap. 9 years is an age gap. She's 20? I can't really imagine dating a 20-year-old. At all. That would be weird. Yeah, because like your brain fully develops at 25, supposedly. It's like roughly around there. Yeah, I would probably say that's probably the minimum if you're around 30. Because like anything younger than that is just, what do you really have in common with that person? But it's not you though. This is their story. Okay, true. Self-inserting. My own ethics, but isn't that the whole point of you asking me in the first place? Yeah, you're... Why would people even... People aren't gonna sit here and assume that you've been groomed. They're just gonna be like, why is this 29-year-old fucking with a 20-year-old? And why aren't girls his age dating him? Is he a loser? You know? I think like almost 10 years is an age gap. Right? But yeah. Yeah, you're kind of an asshole, but not really. I think that probably you're just... I don't really know. Yeah, there's a lot of context here. Yeah, because like 10 isn't like insane, right? Because I feel like you're 40 and you're dating someone 50. But the fact is you're 20. That's different. If you're 25 and you're dating somebody 35, I don't really know. I'm not 35 yet. But 20 is kind of crazy. I don't know why. 20 is just so... I remember when I was 20, I was like a baby. Still. So 20. I would say probably just break up. You know, probably just break up just to be safe. Or like, yeah, just break up. Right? They met when she was 20. No, she said, I, 20 female, am dating older guy, 29 male. And I don't like talking about him with my family or friends, and I often pretend like he isn't my man. I do this in a way to avoid all the bullshit about the age gap. I'm a grown woman and I love him with all my heart. She needs TEDx2. Who's that? What the hell is that? Yeah, I don't think that you're an asshole, but if you're really that uncomfortable with it, that means that even you are uncomfortable with it. Break up. Your life doesn't need to be this complicated. You don't need to be complicating your life like this. I know it feels like it has to be this way. It really fucking doesn't. Especially when you're 20. What the fuck are you talking about? You don't need to complicate your life. If you don't, like, what's the pros and cons here? Like, I don't know. I've been pretending to sleep 6 to 7 hours daily. Honestly, it's only 2 to 3 and not even my close ones know. It was exhausting earlier, but over time I got used to it. Now, no matter how tiring my day is, my sleep cycles wake me up after just 3 hours. Also, am I the asshole for rejecting a girl because I prefer spending time alone and she wanted constant attention? See, I think that this is like what most of the generation is going through. Right? Is that that relationships are just too much work. Type 1 if they're the asshole. Type 2 if not. You're just not ready for a relationship. I feel like a lot of people are single for that exact reason. It's because relationships are like work. Unless they don't feel like work, then that's a good relationship. But sometimes I think all relationships do all relationships kind of feel a little bit like work? No. Do they? I guess like eventually, right? It's gonna have to feel like work at some points with communication and like figuring things out. But like in the beginning, it shouldn't really feel like that much work. Hello, Bonnie. What are you doing? Hi, Picasso. I don't know. I've been trying to figure that out. Here's a confession. I've been in a relationship for 2 years now, and after 1.5 of dating, I found out she cheated on me, and I blocked her on everything, but she begged for me back, and I folded, allowing her to have a second chance. As time went on, I realized I no longer love her, or even like her personality at all. And I find to be in this relationship such a chore. But I just don't know how to end things off with her. Ever since she cheated, she's been trying to make it up to me and prove herself. But I lost my spark, and I just want to leave without any drama happening because she's hella crazy. Yeah, if somebody cheated on me, I probably would just lose all of my interest in them as well. Because they're not who you thought they were. What are they? And honestly, if they don't respect you, why would you be with them? Because that just means you just don't respect yourself. Are they the asshole for losing feelings for somebody that cheated on them? No. You're not. In fact, you should not break up with her, and you should go cheat on her. And then that way, you guys are even, and you'll get your spark back with one another. And because you're even, because she did you wrong, you did her wrong. You do her a little bit worse so that you actually feel bad for her. In fact, feel bad for her, and then you fall in love with her again. And then you guys complete the full cycle and end up in a really, really intense relationship. Some might even say toxic, but for you, it's not toxic.
It's like Harley Quinn and the Joker.
This one's about family. Am I the asshole for wanting to disassociate from my family emotionally? For context, I've been raised around my whole mother's side of the family. My father was absent for most of our lives, but his side of the family is also close with us, so basically my childhood was more of an extended side of the family rather than my parents. However, sorry, I just had a distracting thought. However, as time goes by, there's this weird feeling of expectations coming from both sides because my mother told us to always be at our best behaviors. They don't know about my rebellious side. At most part, they always assume that we are goody two-shoes. But I'm not. Also, I'm legal age. I party, I go home late, I fuck around and stuff. But in front of my family, I'm just this angelic being of a child. The problem is that I've graduated from a prestigious university 2 years ago, and a year ago I resigned from my first job, and I'm currently just freelancing here and there, but my family still expects me to use my degree in my work. But I've been constantly struggling with it. Probably a quarter-life crisis at this point, but now I'm generally hating my family for putting all this expectation on my back, for having this assumption of me being perfect. It kind of sucks, but I want to leave them, but emotionally I can't. Yo. It's just an awful loophole. W therapy session from an unlicensed doctor. Well, okay, so, I think at a certain point of your life, you have to realize that you're no longer a fucking child anymore. You are an adult. And you can get a closer, relationship with your family, with your parents, if you're just honest with them. They can't do anything about it. What are they gonna do? Get mad and cut you off? You already want to cut them off. You already don't. You want to just be not around them. In fact, you're this close to just pushing them away and cutting them off. So why not just be honest with them? They're gonna probably love you no matter what. Why? Because you're their kid. And if they cut you off, that was gonna happen anyway. So you could really, really, really fix your relationship with your parents by just being honest with them. I think I started really being honest with my mom about everything going on in my life when I was like 20. Around 20. And she loves me no matter what. And for my dad, it took a lot longer because he's Arab. He's kind of scary. And I still don't tell my dad everything about my life, but he knows that I'm like a streamer and stuff. And that took me a really long time to talk to him about stuff, but he can't do anything about it. All he can do is advise me and try to be there for me. And eventually your parents learn that, you know, that they can't really do anything about it. They just have to try to be there as best they can, and you can take or leave their advice. But at the end of the day, you're going to realize that your parents were mostly right. And all they wanted was the best for you, and all they could use was the tools that they had, which was limited compared to what you have, because you're the 2.0 version. You're supposed to be better than your parents. Why would you hate them for not being better than you? That's fucking stupid. If you're better than them, they did a good job. So they're supposed to be kind of like not the best. Right? But, some parents really fucking suck. Yeah, just be honest with them. Huge weight off your shoulder. Let's do a few more of these. We're on 50 out of 122. I guess Kios deleted some of them. W Kios. Okay. Let's see. This one's kind of long. Should we stick with short ones? This one is a confession. Let's see. This one's interesting. Very long, though. I feel bad. Am I the asshole for going on a date the day after a breakup? Whoa. I wouldn't personally do that because you're not in a mental health headspace to do that. So not only are you wasting your own time, but you're wasting the other person's time as well. Unless you guys are just going for a hookup, in which case, you know, I don't necessarily think that is... Hookup culture is just not really my style at all. I think that it kind of screws with your head, probably, I would imagine. But I don't judge people, you know, for what they want to do. But, you know, a day after, I think it would make your ex think that you just really just didn't care about them at all. But, I mean, if an ex of mine did that, the day after, I'd just be like, yeah, they're trying to get over me. So I wouldn't really care. But most people, they do care. And really, honestly, it's about you. You're wasting your time doing it. And you're wasting that person's time, most likely. Because even if you don't get attached via hookup culture, they might be people who get attached. So it's missing a little bit of context. I don't know if you're the asshole. Type your confession. Do I talk to my ex-girlfriend who recently divorced another man, rushed marriage in my opinion, and is trying to talk again? She grew distance because I moved to another country for around 2 years. My first thought was, why the fuck are you coming back now? But also I low-key love her that much to put the ego aside. Clown face. She recently divorced another guy? So, she's your ex. She got married. It was a rush marriage. She divorced him. Now she's coming back. Why the fuck are you coming back now? But also, I low-key love her. I don't know. I think you should talk to her. Unless she was toxic.
In which case, just be toxic back.
No, yeah. So, sometimes people make a mistake. I don't know why you guys broke up. Am I the asshole for telling my ex that she was in my dream? She thought we were getting freaky, but really, I bested her in combat. She got upset that I rinsed her with no remorse in the dream. I'm 24 and have never had any real experience with love. I had a situation with a classmate from high school that lasted 4 years after graduation, but it was more of a dependent/codependent relationship than anything else. After high school, it became more online than offline, and during this period, she had a boyfriend for most of the time. It got really toxic, because there were times when she wanted to do things with me every day, like watching TV series together and playing games. And other times, when the only message she sent were, good morning and good night. After things got worse, we decided not to contact each other anymore. Now I'm living my life and finishing medical school, but I don't know if I'll ever experience feelings of love. It just feels like it doesn't click for me after all that. She had a boyfriend for most of the time? Your girlfriend had a boyfriend? And she wanted to do things with you every day, like watching TV and playing games. And other times, when the messages were only good morning and good night. Your girlfriend had a boyfriend? Buddy, that just wasn't the right one, okay? I don't know what to tell you. What the fuck am I reading? This is cheese fries. In 7th grade, my friend needed a pregnancy test because shit be happening. So we stole one from the pharmacy. We didn't know it came with 2, so we peed in a cup. We peed in a cup and used 1. I think you shared too much with the glass. You shared too much with the class. And with the classmates. You shared too much. Why are you sharing pee with your classmates? Pregnancy tests. What the fuck? What the fuck? What do you mean you know shit be happening in high school? What the fuck? Am I the asshole for putting my girlfriend's hair that she leaves on the shower wall in her pillowcase after asking her 4 times to clean it after she's done showering? What the fuck? You sleep next to that pillowcase? What the? You're literally just fucking sabotaging yourself. You have to kiss her sweet little cheek that wakes up after laying in her bacteria hair pillowcase? The fuck are you doing? You're I think you're kind of an asshole, but you're also just... That's so weird. Just throw it away. Look, we all have our things, right? Like, mine was laundry at one point in my life. I sucked at it. I don't know. No one's perfect. The hair, that's like so small. I mean, I clean up my own hair. I'm not excusing it. I'm just saying, it's so small. Am I getting a fucking fever?
Am I the asshole for putting my girlfriend... Oh, that's the fucking same one. I got him cooked. Am I the asshole for... It's not loading.
A few more. I slept with one of my friends. What the fuck? Wait, we went back to number 1! Oh my god, what number were we on? Go back. I think we're on 20, like, 8? I think. Okay. I work a lot. I own a house. I own a car. But I always feel guilty for doing what I want in my free time. Like I should be doing something productive or different. I don't know why. I tell myself it doesn't matter, but it bugs me. Wait, we've done this one. And I feel the same way. Go forward. What number were we on? I did that one. We did this one. Oh, 37? Wait, we were on like 55. Holy fuck. Okay. Now we're on 58. Wait, no, I did this one. How did we do this one? 59. Am I the asshole for blaming my cousin for me watching hentai?
When I was younger, my mom caught me watching hentai on her phone, and when she asked me where I learned to watch this stuff from, at first I told her no one, but then I remembered I had a very annoying cousin when I was 1 year younger than me. And that was super annoying and clinky, and he wouldn't let me do anything by myself. Like, if I wanted to hang out with my friends, he would beg my parents to let him come with me. And he would constantly come over to my house and wouldn't leave me alone, to the point where I told him that I wanted to play games with my friends alone. He started crying to my mom and dad that they would always force me to hang out with him. So I blamed him, and I told her that he showed it to me in hopes that she wouldn't make me hang out with him anymore. And after that, she actually stopped making me hang out with him. I did feel really bad about it after, but in my head, it was a win-win situation. I get out of trouble, and I get an excuse for not hanging out with him.
Based. Hell yeah. That's fucking awesome.
Am I the asshole for it? Oh no. Wait, no. Hold on. Next. Dr. Bonathan, I don't know how you somehow scammed yourself into that title, but anyhow, I've come to seek advice from you. As they do say, elders give very good advice due to their immense knowledge that they carried over the many years in Earth.
Slow down. It hasn't been that many. Okay, relax.
So my predicament is that I was playing football at a very high standard, and now I've become a chud and just sit at home and go to work. How do I gain the passion and hunger back? P.S. You have experienced Miss 100-hour streamer these last 3 months. Anyhow, It wasn't. It wasn't. I would have been saying it. Anyhow, it wasn't. I would have been saying. It's a bit ironic coming for advice for you, which still is a little. What the fuck are you trying to say?
Go back to school. How about that? How about you learn how to fucking type? Huh? Acting like I can't read. Why you go and learn how to type?
Well, how do you get the hunger back and the passion? You find something else to do. Maybe you just don't like football anymore, which is super normal to grow out of different interests when you're young. Or you could do what incredulous Bodger would do and just do steroids. Yeah, you can just find a different thing that you want to do. You're just this chud and you sit at home or go to work. You should find something that you like to do. Just find something. Just try a bunch of different things. Stop scrolling. Holy shit. You must be scrolling. It can't be that you're watching me. Because you can just put me on a second monitor while you do something else. Like learn Blender. You know? Or like, you could put me on a second monitor while you like learn how to sew. Or like, do drugs. Or like, play games. Yeah, you could put me on a second monitor. Easy. Okay. My girlfriend and I have been together for a couple years, and I love her a lot, and I love spending time with her. Recently, she said she wants to move in with me. I was always thinking about moving in with her, and genuinely wanted to, but now that she brought it up as a legitimate idea, I'm getting kind of nervous.
I really want to move in with my girlfriend, but oh no, she actually wants to? Fuck.
I don't have a problem with living with others, as I'd live with people in college. The issue is the idea of sharing my bathroom. My shit smells so fucking bad. Oh my, nah. Get over it. My shit stinks. Open the window. Light a match. What? That's gonna happen. She's gonna smell your shit. At one point. Have you never farted around her? Girls don't really care about that. I just don't think that they do. There's just no way. Oh my god, his shit smells so bad that I have to break up with him. It's weird. It's like, why are you around the bathroom when that's happening? What do you mean? Unless you're that one asshole who shit all over the walls. LOL. Jesse. One time I took a shit thinking I was home alone, but my mom came home from work early and had to open windows and turn on fans to get rid of the smell. There's no way that your shit smells this bad. What the fuck are you eating? No, your mom might be the asshole because she just gave you this fucking insecurity. There's no way. The Febreze wasn't strong enough for it. I was able to get away with it in college because instead of using the room's bathroom, I could just go to the nearest academic building and shit in there. But I don't have that luxury with my apartment. There's no public bathroom in the lobby or common areas. There's no nearby places I could just go and take a shit. The only bathroom is the one in the room. I have nightmares thinking about anyone having to smell my shit, let alone my girlfriend. Have you ever heard of poopery? You like spray it into the toilet before you take the shit. It creates a barrier over the water so that the smell doesn't rise. Turn on the vent. Did you try that? There's no way that your shit smelled this fucking bad. What are you eating? I don't believe it. All of our shit smells like shit. Right? Except for mine. Mine doesn't smell like anything.
I think my girlfriend is cheating on me. If I do find the evidence, we both have a Europe motorcycle tour coming up. We're gonna rent motorcycles in Portugal and tour a few countries. If I do find the evidence that she's cheating on me, I plan on going on the tour, renting the... Sorry, it's just funny that he's, like, thinking about what he's gonna do. He's going through this elaborate plan of what he's gonna do. Plan on going on tour, renting the bikes in Portugal, drive to Spain together, and when she's asleep, I'll return the bikes in Spain, and refunding her flight back and ditch her there. What the fuck? Am I the asshole? Context. He's so mad. We've been together for 3 years, just finished college. We plan on doing Europe tour for a month on motorcycles. Wait, you just said that. Okay. And my friend told me she's going to her ex's apartment when she said she was at the gym! Ah! No! This girl is getting fucking left in Spain!
Bro, you're starting her origin story with her new boyfriend. Because, I'm sorry, lost in Spain? That sounds fire. Oh, tell her to boot up. Lost in Spain. That sounds fire. I would watch that. She's gonna find someone in Spain. It's gonna be romantic. She's gonna move on from you so quickly. Just kidding, I'm being the asshole. Okay. Right. I think, wait, go back. Yo, Nas, thank you for doing that. Is that a redeem? And over the top, thanks for the 5 months. Ooh, this song is good. What the heck? I need to add this. This song is beautiful. What the hell? Oh my god, listen. That's nice. Back to normal. Okay. Yeah, so about that whole thing about you leaving her in Spain, I feel like, you're not the asshole. You're just mad. You should do something worse. She's cheating on you? Holy shit. Dude, you should do something worse. Ooh, when she goes to the gym, you should give her diuretics, laxatives. Ooh, you should cook for her? You should just be really sweet to her. Holy shit, that's the worst. Be so nice to her. Ooh, buy her something. Actually, I'm dead ass. Buy her a necklace, but it's fake diamonds, and tell her it's real. Tell her you saved up really long for it. I'm just kidding, don't do that. I'm just kidding! But you should, I don't know. You don't trust her anyway. You should just break up with her. You already don't trust her. Break up. You don't trust her. I smoke and vape every day. Any advice on how you quit? Nicotine gum. Literally. Nobody I know who ever vaped or smoked cigarettes likes nicotine gum though. I did nicotine gum, and then after getting over the hump of it, I just chew regular gum if I really need to. But like, trust me, that stuff actually works. Actually. Nicotine gum is trash. Well, I'm just telling you what worked for me. And then I got over it. And then after you don't smoke for a long time, I always heard also like the first 3, Hassan uses snus. Snus is so gross. The first 3 days are the worst. Then after you get over the first 3 days, it's easier. Smoking and vaping every day is crazy though. I've tried to quit multiple times, but I always go back to it. Yeah, you also have to not be around it. Don't be around it. And no drinking. Because drinking makes you want to smoke. That just sucks. Am I the asshole for being a yes man? I get invited to go out to drinks or go to parties, and I always say yes, but I never show up. Oh, good. I believe it's just my nervous system, an antisocial brain. No, perfect. Stay away from all that stuff. You're doing great. That way you don't smoke. That's perfect. I have a lot of money for my age, but no desire to do anything with it. This is a different one, by the way. Sometimes I just want to donate it all away and go live in a village with sheep. I'll take it. Honestly, yeah, you should donate some of it. That sounds nice. Why not? Or do something cool with it. Start a company. That'd be cool. Am I the asshole for leaving my girlfriend because her parents didn't like my race? She wouldn't speak up in person, but would reassure me privately. She wouldn't speak up about it? What the fuck? Okay, if she doesn't speak up about it, that's kind of fucked up. But honestly, like, if a person's parents don't like you, it does suck, but you kind of just have to get over it. Yeah, cause like, it's hard to find the person that you want to be with. You can't just find somebody. That's just difficult. You know? If they're a perfect partner and their parents don't like you, you're not marrying their parent. People will say, "Oh, you're marrying the family." No, not necessarily. Lots of people hate their mother-in-laws or father-in-laws. Right? Bonnie, I found you a new weapon. Put it in the cog. No, actually, because like I have a friend hates his hates his mother-in-law. Loves his wife. Loves his wife. I can't imagine him not having his wife. Literally, I cannot imagine them not being together. They would both be worse off for it. But mother-in-law fucking hates him. And vice versa. So, sometimes that's just the card that you roll. But what, you're gonna lose out on your wife because of that? Now, they're racist. That sucks. But she's not standing up for it? That's kind of crazy. That's a more valid reason than anything. Because, like, I would stand up. But not everybody can be me. Dr. Bonathan, my confession is I watched the shipping edits even though they are parasocial. Why did I read that? Am I the asshole for being bad at texting friends back? Kind of. You need to get out of that habit. I'm really bad at it too. I'm avoidant with my phone sometimes. But you just gotta get over it. Rip the band-aid off. You don't want to be that person. Get over it. I once faked an orgasm with a girl because she smelled terrible. Some of these just should not be read. I need bleach for my eyes. 24 male. Admittedly had a really bad hoe phase in the past. Losing my virginity when I was 13. I've recently turned over a new leaf. No more one-night stands with people I barely know or excessive drinking. Recently, I started dating someone, 23 female, and we are pretty honest with each other about our lives. We've bonded pretty strongly and talk a lot about our plans in life. Puppy dog love type shit. one day, she asked me my body count, which I decided to be honest about, and now things are different. She's been a bit standoffish. Recently, as if I'm trying to add her to some imaginary roster or use her. Emotionally, she doesn't feel secure with trusting me and thinks I'll cheat. All I really want is to build something that will last forever. Her animosity for some old shit kind of made me jaded, and I responded back in a negative way. I told her,
You could be lying about your body count, but you don't see me bitching about it.
We've only been together for a few months, but I don't know if I can patch this lack of trust and heated arguments. Did I fuck up? Am I too honest? Damn. Tea. Holy tea. Right. I mean, no, you're not too honest. She has trust issues. She has trust issues for sure. For sure. That is rough, but you just need to reassure her. Don't do this thing.
You could be lying about your body count. You don't see me bitching about it.
What the fuck? Cut that shit out. Cause you look, I get you're frustrated. You're feeling judged. You feel like she's judging you. She's judging you. She is judging you. But really, if you think about it, she's not doing it maliciously. She's doing it because she feels insecure, because she feels not enough or something, or maybe even objectified. But she shouldn't feel like that if you're doing everything right. So that's so strange. Sometimes people just come with that, huh? You just need to reassure her and try to communicate better. Be like, hey, I can see that you feel like I might be thinking that you're some kind of sexual object, or I'm like some kind of sexual fiend, but in actuality, I experienced all these people, and I know exactly what I want. And it's you. And if you can't trust that, I can't do anything about that. I can try my best to make you feel secure, but after that, if you really can't trust it, maybe we just won't work out. But I really want this too, so would you give it a shot? That's what I would say. What do you think? Type your confession.
I have kleptomania, which only my family knows, but I'm a changed man. It started because I was a teen and my mom couldn't afford food. My mom couldn't afford food because she has a terminal illness. So I stole for me and my siblings to eat. Then I discovered I got kicked out of it. I got a kick out of it. Fucking UK. Am I the asshole for not feeling bad about it, given the circumstance? When it was for myself, though, 3.5 years ago, I felt like shit. You should not be stealing. Taking from somebody else to give to yourself is bad. Pretty point blank, because like you're just stealing. Stealing's not good. Stealing's not good. Look, I get that sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to survive, but maybe you should learn some fucking sales tactics instead, huh? Yeah, maybe you should learn how to talk to get some money. You know? Or something. Don't steal from people. Maybe he's robbing? Am I the asshole for being afraid and very suspicious of people? Only if you're stereotyping them. Type your confession. Sometimes I wish I'd believed in some deity. It would make my life easier. Just pretend to. You know what? You're not gonna have any sort of eggs in any basket. You're just gonna say you're an atheist, and then just what? When you get to the heaven's door, they kick you down to hell. You're like, oh, I didn't really put my chips on the table. I don't know. Am I the asshole for some days I don't eat my cookie and don't give Will all of mine? Sag. Nice. Offliner. Me and my homies used to steal dust caps off of expensive cars and put them on my BMX when we were kids. Stealing's bad, okay. I stuck my finger in my butt once in the shower. We've all done that. You're not an asshole. You just like your asshole.
I plan to leave my country and everyone I know for my future. I want to completely cut everyone out because I'm tired of them, to be honest. Is this a good idea? Am I the assholes for switching up on my day ones? They did it first, though. They did it first? So you're not the asshole. No, look, sometimes you get a bad roll and you end up with bad day ones, okay? Switch up with them. Just switch up. It's okay. Switch up, go strive for better things. Am I crazy? Switch up, go strive for something better. Find the people that are your day twos are sometimes gonna be maybe the day ones were only there for a day. You know? You don't have to stick with them. You're not an asshole. Always strive to be better. Right? How many more should we do? 3. 3 more. I don't brush my teeth. Am I the asshole for preferring phone calls to texting? No, you're just gross. I prefer phone calls. Texts like never end. It's like you say one thing, they say something back, now you have to respond, then they respond, then you have to respond, then they respond, then you have to respond. Am I the asshole for recently started talking to a girl? We went on a few dates and I found out it was my ex-wife's boyfriend. What the fuck? I recently started talking to a girl. We went on a few dates. I found out it was my ex-wife's boyfriend's sister. Ex-wife's boyfriend's sister. Your ex is in a relationship and you're dating their sister? Ew. Stop that shit. You have to... That sounds stalkerish. That's stalkerish. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. That's just weird. Like what, you won't... How small is your town? I tried cocaine last week, okay? Am I the asshole for eating all my siblings' food and putting it back where I found it? Ew. Yes! Am I the asshole for blaming Joe Jumbo for every minor convenience in my life? No! Am I the asshole for... Dr. Bonathan, I want your professional opinion on something that only a smart person like you would understand. I was in love with a girl who wasn't in love with me. I tried to be there, but I decided to leave and get over her. And now that I am, she's been trying to get me jealous over someone she's going out with. I've been ignoring her because that's something I don't want to deal with, and I've been very distant with her. Am I an asshole for ignoring her and being distant? No, but you sound like you're an asshole to deal with. My confession is that I like this guy, and I say that we're friends, but we don't want anyone to start drama and become infatuated into our relationship. So am I the asshole for not telling my friends about my relationship? What the fuck? Why are your friends gonna be infatuated with your relationship? What the fuck? Why are you overcomplicating everything? I don't know. I like this guy and I say that we're friends, but we don't want anyone to start drama. I think if you can keep your relationship private from people who aren't your friends, but if they're like your real, like really your friends, you should probably tell them, right? You should just tell them. All parasocials. That's just you cooked in the brain thinking everything is about that. Freak. Am I the asshole for telling my lifelong friend's girlfriend he cheated on her? No, never. Am I the asshole for wanting to leave my wife and be a fuckboy? You can go try. Leave your wife. Give me her number. I'll take care of it. No, leave your wife. Go try. Get on a dating app. See how many people swipe on your bitch ass. Fucking asshole. Go try. Go try. Go try. See what you dig up. Okay? And then what? She fucking married your ass. Like, damn. What the hell? Doctor, I'm very confused about how to ask out this one girl because I knew her since my freshman year of high school, and now I really like her, but I don't know how to ask her. Am I the asshole for hating the World Cup song of 2026? You don't know how to ask her? Just ask her? Maybe you just say like, dude, if I was a guy, I would never have to ask. I would just go up to them and I would say. I'd be like,
Yo, like, so like, I like you.
or I'd be like, you look nice today. And then they would be like, thanks. And then I'd be like,
But not too nice. Don't get a big head about it. Slow down.
not an asshole. El Riz, that's fries. You didn't try it though. What do you mean, harassment? okay. I would say like, hey, you want to go get a coffee?
You like jazz?
Yeah, let's go get a coffee, right? That's fair. What's wrong with that? Yeah, I'm sick. I lied to a boy I love, asking him to be my poly boyfriend with my girlfriend, but the girlfriend is non-existent. And I just wanted to make his ass jealous. Fuck ass boy belongs to me. What's he doing? Being so ignorant. Is that fair? Yeah, you're a psycho. Yeah, you're an asshole. I don't... How do you even deal with you? Honestly, how the fuck do you even deal with you? Close it. Close. That's fries. Am I the asshole for being only good to my roommate and his girlfriend? Just to get back bitched by them for something which wasn't even my fault, but theirs? Okay, trauma dumping. I got also called an ugly guy because I play video games and edit videos and I don't go out. Alfie? What? Am I the asshole for liking kiosks, even if we're 100 miles away? I have a crush on kiosks. Had one for a very long time. How do I tell him? Okay, kiosks, can you stop writing things in here, please? I go through withdrawals when I go too long without moving on. My ex cheated on me while she was pregnant with our son. Am I the asshole for sleeping with both of her sisters? No, you got it. No, y'all deserve each other. What the fuck is all of that? My ex cheated on me while she was pregnant with our son. Ew. What the fuck is going on in the house? What is in the water? What are you talking about? What the fuck? Scroll! Next. My ex got married a day after she broke up with me. It's a long story. Am I the asshole for not responding when she tried to reach out for help? No! Fucking God. What the fuck is wrong with your guys' lives? Holy shit, this guy's life is terrible. I've canceled on my friends before to watch a stream live. Oh God, I didn't even regret it. Okay, what stream was it? Should I get a second kitten? Am I the asshole for leaving her alone when I go to work? Cats have to be alone a little bit, but I mean, as long as you're giving them a good life when you're around, no. I always tell my boyfriend not to tickle me and pretend to get mad at him, but I secretly like it. Okay. Alright. Am I the asshole for continuing to be friends with my guy friend after he told me he has feelings for me? Yes! Because he won't stop flirting even though I've told him I only see him as a friend. Plus, I'm low-key very gay, but no one knows, so maybe I should tell him? But I'm scared of what he'll say. Are you LARPing or is this real? Are you stupid or are you pretending to be stupid? Because you should not be stringing anybody along. Asshole. If he says he likes you, tell him no. If he doesn't listen, cut him off. Easy. Your life doesn't have to be complicated. Occam's razor. Am I the asshole for continuing to be friends? Oh, almost done. I'm actually getting through them all. Because I felt bad. I heard you're looking. What the fuck? Kiosk. Okay, next. Nice. I hit my brother with a mini fridge and I broke his arm. Am I the asshole for saying that his arm looked like a tentacle after it healed? What the fuck did you throw a mini fridge at your brother? What the fuck? And now you're making fun of him. Bro, you know you're an asshole. Holy shit. Yes. Actually an asshole. Next. I lied on my resume and still got my job, and my work still hasn't found out. Am I the asshole for ghosting my previous love because she told me that she fucked my ex-best friend multiple times, and she told me that she thought about me the first time before she did it because she felt bad, and that she envisioned a life with me and wanted us to be together? Wait, what? Have I been putting asshole in the not asshole? This guy's not an asshole, but that other guy fucking was. Holy shit. That guy's just traumatizing. Am I the asshole for I dated this girl like 3 years ago and previously to that we were in a talking stage for like 2 years. Anyway, we talked one night before bed and made it official. She love bombed me and I did not like that. So I said I couldn't date her and that it wasn't her, it was me. Trust issues. And that I didn't think I was ready for all of that yet. I don't know what it is, but I just can't do love bombing. I just can't. She then went to all her friends and about half the girls in the grade told them I called her horrible things. Oh, so she's just straight up lying. Okay. Meditation. This song's cool. Okay. I did not. And stupidly of me, in response to her lying and saying that I did those things, I said and called her horrible stuff and teased her all the time about breaking up with her. Her friend, that I've known for my whole life, then knocked some sense into me and I stopped. Anyway, she moved away now, and I'm still hesitant to date any girls because I'm afraid that I might be a bad boyfriend and want to know if y'all think I was an asshole. I'm much more mature and love women, and do not call them that stuff anymore. Thank you. Yeah, I think you just need to get over it. You're not an asshole. I'm afraid to talk in chat of the streamer who has inspired me to start streaming. Me? No. You can't be because you're talking in my chat, sort of. Okay. My mom died when she was 5. Oh. I'm sorry. I read that wrong. Okay. You're not the asshole. Sorry. I'm the asshole. My female 19, now ex-girlfriend, female 18. What the fuck? What are you trying to say? Broke up with me a total of 6 times. Jesus. After each one, we wouldn't see each other much for a couple months. And then she would hit me with the, I'm so sorry for hurting you. I'll never do it again. Can we please get back together? And so me, a grade A simp, would always get so happy and shit and say, yes. So the thing is, after the 6th breakup, I decided I'd had enough and cut off contact overall. Because I knew if I kept seeing her stories or texting her, I would never move on. We had a lot of mutual friends, though, since we met in a big friend group, and my harsh response became the topic for the following month. As a result, I have basically lost all my friends because they all think I should have stayed with her and not cut contact. Am I the asshole for cutting contact with my ex after she broke up with me 6 times? No! Why are they being assholes? Are they crazy? Those people are high. No. Almost done. There's only 7 more. Except they're not loading. They're not loading. Mods! Okay.
Greetings, Dr. Bobo. I have a confession to make. When I was younger, I sometimes poked my throat with my toothbrush while brushing my teeth, and not for some weird reason. Is this so weird, I admit? But when, just because I like that choking sensation.
What the fuck? Am I the asshole for enjoying... No, what the fuck am I reading? When I was younger, I wanted a cup of water, so I grabbed a chair to reach it from the cabinet. The chair was a bit wonky, though, which caused me to fall onto the glass table that was next to it. Obviously, I broke the whole table, and I was scared of what my parents were going to say. So I decided to hide it under the table for 2 hours until they found out. Not an asshole. Super normal. Pretty normal, I would say. Am I the asshole for cutting my family off when they badmouthed me in front of my husband? Cutting my family off when they badmouthed me in front of my husband. No! They should not do that. You should tell them not to do that, though. Don't just cut people out of your life. Because they're going to be gone anyway. Why not just talk to them? It's Semi's birthday. Oh yeah, yesterday was Semi's birthday. Happy belated, Semi. My apartment mate had a friend from our school staying over. We all got along and had a great night. I noticed her rings were very pretty, particularly one of them. At some point during the night, after she had placed them on the table, I snuck it on my finger, and the next morning they were all looking around for it. I realized I had it in my room. I started to help look and dropped it under a dresser in the living room. Then I pretended to find it, and they blamed it on my kitten. My kitten was 1 year old and loved to play with everything, so to this day, I wonder if they knew what really happened. Am I the asshole for blaming it on my kitten and wishing I could have kept the ring? Just don't do it again. It's not that serious. It's just weird. When I was in middle school, I lied about being colorblind to my friends, and now we're all grown adults, and I'm still maintaining the act. I did a lot of research to understand the different types of colorblindness tendencies. Damn, your life is terrible. You fucking made this. You made this hard on yourself. Honestly, I feel not bad for you. One time, one of my friends said he wanted to get me those glasses that correct colorblindness, and I had to talk him out of it, saying that I already tried them and it was nothing special, so he didn't waste his money. The alternative is admitting that I lied for attention when we were 13. Honestly, that would be funny. If somebody told me that, I don't think you're an asshole. If somebody told me that they lied to me since they were 13 about being colorblind, I would think that they're fucking dumb. But I wouldn't think they're an asshole for it. I would probably just laugh at them. Wait, I really like this one. I'm adding it. I have a gap of memory missing that involves a girl classmate from the past. I'm 33 now, where she considered me like a brother, but I can't remember anything from my childhood involving her that can back up her claim, other than a school photo of our class at the zoo trip. Wait, so she expects you to remember? But you don't? Yeah, you're an asshole. Just kidding. You might just be really traumatized, and you have PTSD, and you've forgotten a lot of your childhood. I live vicariously through streamers because I have no friends and my life sucks. I know I should try to live the life I want, but I'm really struggling. It's a slow process to get my mental health back on track, but I'm trying. To be honest, I don't know if watching streamers does more harm than good. Doesn't sound like you're an asshole.
But I can't relate.
Just kidding, I'm an asshole. Don't we, like, I think you're, yeah, just do it in moderation. You know? Moderation is key to everything in life. Right? When I was like 5 years old, I hit a wasp nest with a slingshot, and the wasp nest fell down to the ground and started attacking another kid. He got fucked up, and no one ever found out it was me. Am I the asshole for hyping up my friend's cooking since she wants to be a chef, even though it's actually pretty mid? No. Keep doing that shit. Keep hyping her up. Give her a little bit of constructive criticism, because she needs it. Tell her, this could have added this. This isn't my favorite dish, but I think it's better than what most people could do, including myself. Hype that shit up. Let her keep grinding. Get her out of the slums. I once had a crush on my best friend's girlfriend in high school. Girlfriend, not a girlfriend, just a friend. We were the best of friends. However, one time, I ended up having a crush on her. The day I decided to be honest with her, she had already had a boyfriend. He was a schoolmate of mine who had gotten expelled for bringing drugs to school, but I've moved on from having a crush on her and haven't talked to her since. Am I the asshole for fumbling my opportunity to grow a girlfriend? Do know I'm a virgin. Aren't we all? No. You're not an asshole for fumbling. Potato timing. This one's TLDR. If anyone cheats in a relationship, you should just end it there. Yes, that's true. That was the end of the sentence. I had a crush on my ex-boyfriend's brother.
More at 12.
Ex-boyfriend's brother. Ew. Ew, 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 ew. I just realized what that said. I had a crush on my ex-boyfriend's brother. Ew. Stop. What the fuck? Fucking the apple doesn't fall far from the tree type shit. Fucking weird ass apple doesn't fall far from the... Bro, stop. What the fuck? What, you also like his dad too? Chill. Get out.
And his uncle. His uncle's not that close though, right? Like, what about his cousin? Can I get with his cousin? Jesus.
The one time when I was out for a walk late at night, I stopped at a gas station. Coincidentally saw a guy parked that owed me $200 and he walked in to pay. So I took the valve cores off his tire and walked down the road to the next gas station. What the fuck? That was the last one. Asshole. Bad communication. That's what most of this boils down to, is just really poor communication. Overall, I think that, which one was the worst? They were all fucking horrible, honestly. But we have 10, with a question mark, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 10, 20. We have a lot of people who are assholes. But I think I miscalculated. I think I put assholes in the not assholes section on accident. Holy shit, I'm hungry. I've been marking wrong sides. Cooked. Can I get out of this?